Hello, Mass Effect Nation. This is episode 3 of the Mass Effect Let's Play, and we just got to the Normandy after finding the bacon on Eden Prime. Oh yes, Sammantha is here. Hello, Sammantha.
That is definitely not how you pronounce my name.
Yes, it is.
No.
Sammantha. Razor and Sammantha. It doesn't really...
Well, I'm definitely ready to see the Normandy. I want to get to the Citadel sometime in the future.
Commander Shepard wants to get to the Citadel. He's ready. He just stands there for several seconds. I'm Commander Shepard. Okay, so you can get more metagels from the metagel station, which is a good thing. Commander Shepard likes that. He just stands there. He's such a blank look in his eyes. Alright, we can talk to Hello, let's talk to Ashley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander.
I'm not.
The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this
He's
group.
like, I should go.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened.
I should go.
If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
I should go.
I need to go speak with Joker.
This is too awkward for Commander Shepard. He's good. See ya.
He's like, I'm not about those feels right now.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go. Yes, I want to ask you about Kaiden's headaches.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Is that...
Well,
Oh,
most
dear.
biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Sorry, the cat is meowing. Pompey is going around and screaming at everything in the house because that's what he does to earn experience points. And now he's attacking the other cat. That's a daily quest for him.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Kaiden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Yep, migraines all the time for Kaiden. Let's ask about Captain
What do you know
Anderson.
about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
The cat has ran into a wall. What is going on in this house with these cats? Alright, let's ask about personal questions as the cats are running into walls.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe.
How does Earth
too
seem
secure.
boring?
I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars,
Well, I guess I
tending
can
the wounds
understand
of
that.
tough soldiers
Yeah.
with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
I like Dr. Chakwas. She's a pretty interesting character. You get to know her more as you play the game.
I should go.
Bye, Commander.
She sounds really familiar. I'm gonna have to look up who does her voice.
BioWare does a diverse group of voice acting. They do some famous people, some non-famous people, some voice actors for hire, various things. Oh, I don't think we got into the locker.
Yes, Commander?
No, you're not a
Is there
locker.
something you need?
I should
I
go.
should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
You're not a locker. Okay, so this is the Normandy, just so you know. There's different levels to the Normandy. I believe there's 3. This is the middle level. It's kind of the level where there's like a dining room for the crew. Over here you go to... These are actually the sleeping pods, where they sleep. The med bay was where we just were, obviously. And then here is the captain's quarters, I believe. the desk. Captain sleeps in the bed though, for some reason. That's different.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Okay, but I wanted to talk to you about your bed. And why that exists. We can talk to Kaiden about his headaches.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
How's your headaches?
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Okay, your headaches are apparently pretty bad.
He's yeah. He's stuck.
How does it know what floor I want to go to? Okay, so we're going down. So that's the thing. Oh yeah, the elevator just takes you to the lower floor. And on the upper floor you use stairs to get to the bridge. I remember that now. There's where Rex is. Here you can equip your crew. They got their lockers and stuff like that. And there's an arrow there. The arrow is very important. Without that arrow, the whole ship would crash. Oh, so you could equip Ashley. You could call her a bitch. You could do all sorts of things from the screen. Okay, so I don't want to do that. Pretty much all this stuff doesn't matter. No. No. Yeah, whatever. Here, have a better sniper rifle. You're lucky. Consider yourself lucky. But we have a new quest. Speak to Joker and tell him to bring the... Joker's just waiting for me. We're like hovering outside of the Citadel. And Joker's just sitting there idle at the council waiting for me specifically to tell him, okay, go! Well, I guess it's the military. I could see that as being a thing. There's the Mako. That's pretty much what we're going to use to explore planets.
How's the driving on it?
Oh, it's not bad. The Mako's interesting to drive, but it's not really that bad. It's okay. It's just you gotta remember some of these planets have different gravities and stuff, so it's a little different.
Yeah, that'll make it interesting.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
No!
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Good,
Okay.
hard-working shyster.
How do I sell things to you? Do I click them? Ah, accept. I'll keep one of those. And what do you have to sell? We're kind of... You don't have that much money right now. Oh, we could buy a Metagel upgrade and a grenade upgrade. That'll allow us to carry one more of a grenade, one more of a Metagel. That's pretty useful. And we can't afford anything else, so that pretty much narrows that
Looking
down.
for supplies?
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Not right now, thanks.
No problem. Keep checking back.
And then down here is the ship's engine and the engineer. I'm just learning new codex entries that we can listen to by looking at these things. We'll probably do that before we actually go to the Citadel.
That looks really... I don't know what the best word to describe it. It looks cool.
Yeah. It uses element 0, which is the same thing that pretty much gives people biotic abilities. Well, not everybody, it's rare, but most of the time it just gives them cancer and kills them, but the lucky ones get biotic abilities and are fine.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander. Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
I guess we could just hurry up and do a codex entry now.
Poor Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah. Leroy! Oh, he's dead. That's how that works. Ships and vehicles.
The m.e.u.i.t.m
There's the
infantry
m.e.u.i.t.m.
fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates. Though the interior is cramped, an M35 is small enough to be carried in the cargo bay and easily deployed on virtually any world. With its turreted 155mm mass accelerator and coaxially mounted machine gun, the m.e.u.i.t.m can provide a fire team with weapon support as well as mobility. Since Alliance Marines may be required to fight on any world, the m.e.u.i.t.m is environmentally sealed and equipped with microthrusters for use on low-gravity planetoids. The m.e.u.i.t.m is powered by a sealed hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell and includes a small element 0 core. While not large enough to nullify the vehicle's mass, the core can reduce it enough to be safely airdropped. When used in conjunction with thrusters, it also allows the m.e.u.i.t.m to extricate itself from difficult terrain.
So the cat got really excited when he heard about the m.e.u.i.t.m. So that shows you how awesome the m.e.u.i.t.m is. Oh, what's next? How about we do weapons, armor? What's next?
Combat hard
oh,
suits
m.e.u.i.t.m.
use it. m.e.u.i.t.m is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications: a local anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent all in one. Once applied, the gel is designed to grip tight to flesh until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the CERTA Foundation, a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Medigel violates Council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far too useful to ban.
That's interesting. I forgot that it was
The
actually
exception.
illegal.
Combat hard
Technology.
biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create mass effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce mass effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to element 0. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
And last for now, we'll learn about element 0 since it was just mentioned.
When subjected to an electrical current, the rare material dubbed element 0, or EZO, emits a dark energy field that raises or lowers the mass of all objects within it. This mass effect is used in countless ways, from generating artificial gravity to manufacturing high-strength construction materials. It is most prominently used to enable faster-than-light space travel. EZO is generated when solid matter, such as a planet, is affected by the energy of a star going supernova. The material is common in the asteroid debris that orbits neutron stars and pulsars. These are dangerous places to mine, requiring extensive use of robotics, telepresence, and shielding to survive the incredible radiation from the dead star. Only a few major corporations can afford the setup costs required to work these primary sources. Humanity discovered refined Element Zero at the Prothean Research Station on Mars, allowing them to create mass effect fields and develop FTL travel.
Oh, there you go. And that's kind of also what was discovered on Mars, along with the Prothean ruins, was Element Zero. We discovered it at the same time. Well, at least humanity did. Alright, now we go to the bridge. Woo! I hobble up the stairs. Alright.
If I was on there, I'd probably like jump off into the area you're not supposed to walk on.
Yeah. Me too, I think.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the
Another codex thing to read. And I think this is the comm room. I'm not yeah, there's a codex in here as well that we can read in a bit. I don't want to overload too many codex entries at once. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, maybe
it always takes forever to get through all of them.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Mass Effect Nation? Should I just start an episode with codex entries? That way, for those who want to watch them can watch them, or for those who don't can just skip them easily all at once. What do you think? Should I do them throughout the episodes, or should I just have one period of time where I just do the codex entries? Let me know in the comments below, and then in the future episodes I'll implement whatever seems to be the most popular decision. If not, then I'll figure out something that'll work.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
That's a neat design. I've seen it before. Still.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
There it is, the Normandy. Makes me wonder what the ship in the next game is going to be in Mass Effect Andromeda.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony!
Well, they get their own little garden inside of
The
there.
Turians
Their
don't
own
found
little
colonies on the
ecosystem.
borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
It is the truth.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Alright, so this is the Presidium, which is one of the higher end districts on the Citadel. They try to make it look like it's, you know, a planet with the plants and the artificial sky and all that stuff. This is pretty much the where all the embassies are for the different species. Looks like we can hack something.
Do you get to go, like, multiple areas around the Citadel?
Oh yeah, there's different levels and... Oh, I didn't get to do it. We could use Omni-Gel though. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argus Rho cluster. Well, looks like there's a quest here. Her team went to search for something and nothing was heard from them since. That'll eventually be a side quest that we can go out and do.
So for now, it's just a report.
Yeah. Well, I believe we actually unlocked the side. Yeah, we do unlock the side quest, Unusual Readings. While in the Citadel, you uncovered an Alliance patrol report. One of the patrols mentioned some strange activity in the Hydra system of the Argus Rho cluster, and it wants you to go investigate that. And our main mission is to go to the Presidium Tower, which is where the Council is. But for now, you can also explore the Citadel, at least what's unlocked to you.
Oh, I read about them. They're very docile, right?
Well, for the most part, actually, yeah.
I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything
They're...
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Reminds me of cats almost.
Tell me about the history
Cats
and origins
do not
of
like
the Elcor.
changes.
The L-Corps were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the L-Corps groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari Consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I should go.
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive.
Oh, he was reluctant.
Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Now we can talk to this guy.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I
Volus.
think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din.
This guy, they do not get along.
The Council favors
everything he
your
says, he's like,
species
chastising
greatly.
rebuke.
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or L-Corps part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Why so cranky?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the L-Corps.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status.
They trade
Larger
their tribe
tribes
members.
often engulf smaller
Sounds
ones
like
and
slavery
eventually
almost.
split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
That's kind of an interesting view. It just keeps going up, up, and up. There's a keeper. Very little is known about these things. They don't even know where they come from. They know they're built on the Citadel, or they live on the Citadel, or something. Because they're pretty much just autonomous keepers of the Citadel that take care of the mysterious functions that keep it running. If you try and study one, they self-destruct. It's really weird.
Weird.
Uh-huh. Huh. Didn't notice that symbol up there before.
I don't need no guide.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
Romance
My name
her.
is Sophia. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics.
I want
When
to
you
romance
represent
the
trillions
desk
of citizens, it
in
tends
front
to get
of
a little busy.
Safina.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
No, I'm gonna have a horrid day. My day is gonna be terrible, and you can't do a damn thing about it. Open! I'm bored! Okay, there, finally. What's in here? Ooh. Let's just sit down and watch TV, everyone. There's 3 chairs and 3 of us. What a coincidence. Screw the mission. There's a TV and chairs.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
You're not fantastic.
She has really good
There's so much
anxiety
to see and
meds.
do.
Yes, she does.
She loves her job.
The ambassadors here are very respectful, except for that Volus.
That Volus needs Commander
I've met
Shepard's
the most
anxiety
interesting
meds.
people since I started working here.
You've met me!
I can't believe I landed a job here.
Neither can
This
I. You're
place is
terrible.
fantastic.
Whatever they give her has her stuck on repeat.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Hello, that TV monitor is at your eye level.
Ah, you humans are a wonderful sight here on the Citadel. It is good to see you, human. I sincerely hope you enjoy your time here. I certainly hope the other inhabitants...
Sure is peaceful here.
He just cuts them all.
This place is a little too perfect.
Sure is peaceful
We're
here.
hiding something.
There's another keeper with his little handy-dandy
What did you
backpack.
mean by if you study them?
Well, if they were trying to be attacked or knocked out so that they can be studied in a lab or something, they pretty much self-destruct. And dissolve in a way. And if you like try to get in their way or something, they'll tear things down. It's actually considered illegal to try and mess with them at this point.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
They're pretty much the police, more or less. The police and the FBI and all of that.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres, they'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. But the potential is always there.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Can you jump it?
No, you can't actually jump in this one. You can vault surfaces during combat and stuff. I'm gonna hack a computer because you're a dick. Look at that, my arrow is awesome. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account in multiple recipients. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Oh, so pretty much it's a biotic cult. That's interesting. Hello. Bye.
This place seems strange. There's a little more humans around.
Don't believe the rumors. Consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course she wouldn't. She'd be talked up the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose. Besides, Nick, the Consort's nothing like the girls back on the colonies. She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Oh, I did it with her!
You did, Jazz. Just talk.
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did.
Can you?
I don't know. I don't
Shut
think
up,
so.
Fredericks.
Oh.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you,
Kaiden had
Commander?
a pretty blue glow coming from his face.
What can you tell me about the Asari Consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
Things.
You never wanted to see her, did you, Felix?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will.
She's flirting
Have
with
fun,
them.
Max.
Yeah.
She's gonna come back for him later.
Commander, good to see you again.
You just saw me, you weird. And Commander Shepard just knees him. Knees him right in the stomach. I'm Commander Shepard, I see stuff! Looks like a building way down there, like a hotel over the water. With all the lights.
Yeah.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Oh, it'd be amazing to walk around in there.
Mm-hmm.
I love just imagining myself in these settings.
Yeah. What the smells would be, if there'd be a breeze. Why there's birds, all sorts of things.
Wonder if the birds poop all over everything.
Yes.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly.
I can't
Would you like
drink
to know about some
information.
points of interest nearby?
What information do you have that can get me drunk? You work as bartender.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank.
Now you're gonna clean in the middle of the conversation.
Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The Consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
No, I want to have a horrid
Maybe that's
day.
where the rougher ones hang out.
Yes. Hello. Hello.
Self-destruct for me, please.
I'm gonna need this thing.
Now?
It's wearing a little vest. I'm a construction worker. Pretend. Hello, room. Make way for Commander Shepard. Look at this blue butt gun.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide. Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
Are you real? Romance her.
What does that mean?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
What does that mean?
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species,
All this
humanity.
happened before they
it
were
was
even...
added 19 galactic standard years ago,
they could have
despite
even
some rather
imagined
vocal
that they
opposition.
existed.
Yeah.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment.
She can't
My
have an
code is
opinion.
limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
What does that mean?
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Salarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize
well,
if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints
Commander
in
Shepard
writing
didn't
to
like
the
that, I
Citadel
guess.
Tourist and Visitor Board.
It makes sense, but I think Commander Shepard heard it wrong. What else? Oh, CSEC embassies, spec trees. Oh, I don't think we asked about trees.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre
know
is
about the
derived
trees.
from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina.
Avina.
Please enjoy your visit to the
Pretty much
Citadel.
untouchable.
Yeah, more or less. And that's what Saren is, and that's who we're trying to take down. So that's great. Oh, let's go this way. Now we can use this, the fast travel between the different areas. This is pretty much a car right now. In Mass Effect times, this is what a car looks like.
Does it steer different directions, or does it keep you, like, on a straight path?
Well, you can't drive it. It just takes you places. You can
Well,
drive
that makes
it and
things simpler. Otherwise, I know initially I'd be, like, wrecking all over the place.
you can drive it in Mass Effect 3 during a certain part. During one of the downloadable content scenes. But apart from that, you're limited to driving the Mako and stuff like that.
That's okay with me. I like a little bit, but it's nice to, you know, not be restricted just to that. Otherwise, I'd probably play racing games.
Yeah.
I've had my office rearranged 5 times.
5 times? Why? What do they want?
How should I know? It's not like Keepers offer an explanation for what they're doing.
And yet, everyone just lets them go on doing whatever it is they do.
What choice do we have? If you try to stop them, they just shut down and another one replaces it.
Just strange that we know so little about them.
Not to mention frustrating.
Yeah, the Keepers. These things. very interesting things. I'm kind of wish I could know more about them. This is the Consort's place.
Welcome. I am Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the Consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the Consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
What is the Consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people, and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion.
Sounds very similar to the
spirit.
Consort in
I suggest you
Firefly.
make an appointment and see for yourself.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of Firefly. I know about it though.
What do you do here, Nelina?
I'm one of the Consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the Consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each
He's
acolyte
really
has her
pressing it.
unique abilities.
Yeah, he just wants them to say
soothe
what
with
they
song,
are.
others with conversation.
Say your president!
As much as possible, we seek to match the
Like
needs of our
grabs that little
clients to the skills
gray
of our
computer screen and
acolytes.
shakes it. Say it!
My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
That's weird. That's pretty much saying it.
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the Consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Commander Shepard, with the Alliance Navy.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Nelina.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Yes, of course, mistress.
He got the VIP pass.
It's weird how she's doing that walk when no one can even see her right now. Really?
Huh. It appears the Consort has taken notice of you.
Like we could because
She'd
the
like to
camera
meet
made
with
us
you
look.
now.
But she is around the corner.
What does she want to see me for?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her yourself. Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for
If
you.
only you could see how she walked.
I see even the humans find the Consort irresistible.
He's a Solarian. They only live a short life because they have
Yeah,
really
like
fast metabolism.
30, 40?
I believe so,
Only
yeah.
I could afford to come more often.
One of my favorite characters, Morden, is a Solarian. There's another one.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you. Please, relax and enjoy yourself.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner. I'd spend all day here if I could.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
The Consort is a wonderful person. She has quite a gift.
Oh, that's an interesting bubble bed. Huh. I'm more interested by your bed. Oh, it's like a couch thing. Huh.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our Citadel.
You wanted to speak with me?
I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out, Now he spends his days in Cora's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful. Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me. Please, Commander. I ask that you return to me only after you have spoken with Citadel.
Alright. So, she wants us to do something. We are actually getting... Well, we're getting kind of close to an hour almost. Oh, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that can be her payment.
I have to admit, I'm a little nervous.
Maybe she can bump up your appointment. She probably does like show tunes.
Yeah, she does puppet shows.
About the Consort. It's just...
She just puts in the VHS tape of Nickelodeon and gives you 20 minutes.
Exactly. That's just what I was
and some Cheetos.
Nobody else in the galaxy has these anymore. Here you go.
No questions now.
You want Rugrats? Sorry. It's real monsters.
Yes, that is the only choice. Alright. Well, we're actually getting kind of close to an hour, so before we get into anything too crazy, I think we'll go ahead and just end this one here, and we'll continue on our exploration of the Citadel. We just have a little bit more to go, and then we go to the Council Tower. But we get to meet a few more people, and we get to go shopping, and shopping's always fun, except we can't afford anything, so we get to just look at stuff and see what we can ever get. But as always, thanks for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe if you want to be part of Mass Effect Nation. I talk about Mass Effect Andromeda news and just general Mass Effect community stuff, information. I'm trying to build a good community so BioWare will know that Mass Effect is loved and followed. And me and Samantha and I will continue to do these Let's Plays until we pretty much beat this game, the second game, and the third game. Hopefully we can do it before Andromeda comes out. We'll see how that goes.
Alright, thanks for watching.
And we gotta save. It'd be terrible if I forget how to save.
Nah.